It's my life. There is no life without my guitar. I think I began my solo career when I was in my mid-20s, which was about 30 years ago. I used to always play in bands, but then I would play at home just on my own for fun. And many people liked it. When I was in a band, we would tour, and then I would come back home when I lived in Sydney, and the band would have a break, and I would play some clubs just solo. And I started to work up a repertoire. But it wasn't till about 20 years ago that I started doing what I'm doing now, and that is playing concerts. You know, that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to play concerts. And so that's what I concentrate on now. Writing songs, recording and touring and playing. That's what I spend my time concentrating on. I think if you want to look at it like this, I'm very committed to what I'm doing, and I love playing. But of course, like everybody, when I'm very tired, it can be difficult. But when you are very tired, then you need energy. And I get that energy from you, from the audience. If I feel tired or run down kind of thing, even if my mind is tired, I still have some good songs to play. So even if I don't feel inspired, I can still play good music because I have good songs. And I rely on the strength of my songs to get me through sometimes. But my concerts, there's a lot of improvisation, so it's always different. You know, it's never the same thing. It's always different every night. And sometimes when you played a song, you know, like Mombasa or Classical Gas or songs like that, that I have played thousands of times, I still love to play them. So it's not like that I'm tired of them at all. If I was tired of them, I wouldn't play them, you know. Yeah, I have other songs. If you want to learn about improvisation, there's a few ways you can do it. The simplest way I know is listen to people who are very good at improvising and learn from them. Learn from their ideas. I mean, you can go to music college and learn the theory of music and learn why this mode works over these chords. And you can play this mode and it sounds like very good improvisation. But I don't do those things because I never went to school. My improvisation is truly improvisation. I'm making it up. And I'm always looking for something good to say. See, improvisation is like making a statement. It's like telling you something through music. I try to come up with ideas that I like, and then I build upon them. It's almost like I ask a question musically, then I try to give the answer. Then I ask another question, then I give the answer. So it's constantly looking for good things to say. And it takes time. It takes a long time to learn about improvisation. It's not something you can go and learn in 2 months or something. It's taken me, I've been playing for more than 50 years and I'm still learning so much about improvisation every day. I have been a drummer all my life. I played drums in bands for many years. And it's not just a percussion thing that I do, it is a drummer's thing that I'm doing. I developed this because it was very interesting, and I never saw anybody except flamenco players play with their nails, right? They get that sound. But I try to do something very different with the guitar. Sometimes I use a drummer's brush and I play it. I try to make the sound of like shakers and maracas and things like that. So what I'm doing is really playing drum solo on the guitar. And I think that's why people feel that it's different, because it does sound like a drummer. I started doing that when, back in the early 80s, was when we first started having electronics inside acoustic guitar, right? So that's the first time. Until then, all we had was a microphone on the guitar, right? When we started having electronics inside the acoustic guitar, we could turn it up loud, and you could get the sound from the body of the guitar through the PA system. And that was the beginning of my ideas. When I heard this sound, I thought, I can do something here, you know. A lot of my songs are not easy because of the way I play. But trust me, everything in my songs is logical. It makes sense. You must watch a video of me playing the song that you want to learn and watch the fingering, and then you can learn it properly. A lot of people have trouble playing some of my songs because, one thing, I use my thumb over the top a lot, and not a lot of people do that because they want to play this way, right? But I hold the guitar like this, so my thumb can come over. If I held the guitar up here like a classical player, then it doesn't make sense to try to bring the thumb. So it makes sense to play this way. When you hold the guitar down here like me, you can bring your thumb over. One thing I want to say about learning new songs: go slow. Learn very slowly. So you learn all the fingering, you get it. When you know you've got it all right, then you must practice, because what you're learning is new skills. So when you learn these new skills, then you must practice them. And then eventually, when you practice enough, it's like magic. It stops being skill. It starts being music. That's a good thing. There's a young man from Australia named Joe Robinson that I really, really like. Joe is an amazing player. Of course, Sung Ha-jung from Korea, Sung Ha-jung, is doing very well. There's a young lady from Germany named Judith Beckenoff. She's doing very well. There's a young boy from Holland named Lars de Rijk, who's doing very well. There are some young players in England and in Sweden and in America. There's quite a few. And there are young guitar players everywhere. I met some wonderful players in Japan and Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, players everywhere. And this is good. This is how the guitar grows and becomes, you know, the most popular instrument in the world. And it still has many secrets locked inside, I think. And I think young people always go looking for something different, and that's good. We need young energy in the guitar world. I try to inspire young people because I believe, well, of course, they are the future, but they need inspiration. They need somebody to show them, this, you can do this, and you can do it better than me, but you must be dedicated like me. You know, that's what I try to show them, the real way. It takes hard work. and being very dedicated. And, you know, get a good sound, get in tune, play some good songs. I tell them all these things. Learn some good songs.
I'd like to dedicate this song to the great Chet Atkins, who was my hero, my mentor, and the man I stole everything from.
Well, it was one of those experiences that was like a dream. He was such a hero to me, such an idol. And when he called me about recording, I couldn't believe it. I was so amazed. And he was very good to work with. He said, you know, we should try to write some songs together. And he said, I send you some tapes. So he sent me some tapes of him playing some ideas, and I finished them. So he wrote one part, I wrote another. And we worked that way. I wrote some songs for the album. I sent him the tapes, and he rang me and he said, I really like this song. We do this one, we do this one, and we put it together. We put the songs together in the studio. And because I'm always busy and I'm touring, I had to fly in to America, do some recording, fly back to Australia, do the tour, come back to America, do some more playing, go to Japan, do some touring, back to America. I had to keep going backwards and forwards. And so it was put together like that. And then at the end, I was there for all the mix of the final mix and mastering of the album. It's my life. There is no life without my guitar. I love to play it every day, and it's a constant challenge, challenging all the time. I really appreciate the fact that people in Taiwan have made me feel so welcome here. And so it's a good feeling to come back and play for the fans and to know that people are really listening and enjoying the music. That's the most important thing to me, that they're enjoying what I do, that I can come back and play for them again.